No, 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 stay where you are. Don't break the stillness of this moment, for this is a time of mystery, a time when imagination is free and moves forward swiftly, silently. This is the haunting hour. Tonight we bring you a psychic that is not all that he seems, a paranoid murderer, and a special guest who only visits in the dark. All coming up in Stormy Night Stories Halloween radio special. So pour yourself a drink, turn the lights down low as we start off with The Thought.
Oh, this sounds like a great show. I can't wait. Oh, boy, this will be so much fun.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your pleasure and amazement, the 78 Club presents the Great MARLOW, the Mental Marvel. Gifted with the seventh sense, the Great MARLOW reads your mind, knows your every thought. Now I warn you, if you have a secret you don't want him to know, you just don't think about it. Presenting the Great MARLOW!
Oh, nice.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Frankly, I can't explain the performance you're about to witness. Science, without explaining it, calls it telepathy. Thought transference.
I call it hokum.
Well, yes, the gentleman calls it hokum. Maybe, we'll see. Now, everybody in this room, concentrate. Think of a thing or a person. Concentrate. Think hard now. Yes, I have a thought. Someone is thinking of the initials SG. Will the person thinking of SG please rise?
I've been thinking SG.
Yeah, well, thank you, young lady. And you are concentrating on the name of Stanley Green, is that right?
Yes.
That's impressive.
Stanley is in the Army, I believe, correct?
Yes, he's a sergeant.
And you want me to tell you Stanley's serial number? It's 3400767. Is that correct?
Yes.
Oh, certainly worth the 2 bits.
Now I have another thought. Someone is thinking. I can get ladies and gentlemen, please bear with me a moment.
What?
I have to stop this performance. Bear with me, believe me. Now it is important. I will be back shortly.
Whoa, he's just going to shift like that?
I told you.
I don't know what's going on.
What happened, Professor? Forget your line?
Hey, what's the idea of stopping the act like that? Yeah, you don't know, huh? You just ran off like that.
I'm sorry. I need the telephone directory.
Oh, what are you trying to do? Ruin my club's reputation?
No. Shut up, Marino. It's here. Here it is.
Now listen, Marlowe. I pay you $2,000 a week, and I'll
listen. Will you please just leave? Just as soon as I am through with this phone call, I'll finish the act.
All right. We'll make it snappy, okay?
All right. Now just close the door. I'd like to speak with Helen Thornton.
This is Mrs. Thornton.
Mrs. Thornton, my name is Marlowe. I'm a telepathist performing at the 78 Club. A few moments ago during my act, I received a thought that is vital to you. Are you alone?
Yes.
Okay, do as I say. Please. Lock all your windows and doors. Allow no one in under any circumstances.
If this is someone's idea of a practical joke.
No, Mrs. Thornton, this is no joke. Please, someone in this nightclub is planning to kill you.
Hello?
This is Mildred, Helen. I just got in.
Oh, I've been trying to get you for hours. I know it's very late, but could you come over?
Helen, what's the matter?
Oh, Mildred, I'm so frightened. I'm alone here.
Well, where's Jack?
He's out of town and it's Marie's night off. Mildred, I don't know what to do.
What's wrong? You sound
Mildred,
like there's...
come over right away, please. You could spend the night.
Oh, well, I don't know. What, Helen, what happened? What's wrong with you?
Oh, Jack.
Helen, are you all right? Look, I'm going to be right over.
No, Mildred, it's all right now. Jack's home.
Well, what was the matter?
I'll speak to you tomorrow.
All right. Good night.
Oh, Jack.
What's the matter? What happened, darling? Helen, for praise sake, what is it? Pull yourself together, darling. Here, come over here and sit down. There, that's better. Now, what was it, darling?
Oh, Jack, I'm so glad you're home. It's been awful and I didn't expect you. And when I heard the door...
I finished my business in New York sooner than I planned. I would have wired, but I thought I'd surprise you. I met my friend on the train coming home. We stopped off for a drink downtown.
Oh, Jack, you should have called me.
As a matter of fact, I did try to call you at about 11, just as we were leaving the 78 Club.
The 78 Club? You were there?
What is it, darling?
Nothing. I'm all right now.
Something is wrong, Helen. What is it?
I guess I was just frightened being alone.
You've been alone before, many times.
Yes, but that call.
What call?
Well, the police. There was a robbery in the neighborhood.
Oh, that's it. That's why the door was double locked. Well, darling, there's nothing to worry about now. I'm here, all right?
Yes, Jack, you're here.
There, that's better. A good night's sleep, and you'll be as good as new.
Yes, Jack.
Now you lie there and relax, darling. I'm going to go to the kitchen and make you a cup of warm milk.
Thanks, Jack.
Hello?
Paul, it's Helen. Didn't you get my message? I called twice.
Yes, but I just got in. I thought you'd be asleep by now.
Paul, you must help me. Please, please, Paul, there isn't much time.
Helen, what's the trouble?
He's going to kill me.
What the...
Jack's going to kill me. He came tonight.
Helen, what are you talking about?
Paul, you must believe me.
Now listen, Helen, you've probably had a bad dream. Now, is Jack there?
Yes, please, you must believe me. I know what he's going to do.
Well, straighten things out. Let me speak to Jack.
No, you mustn't. Please, he's coming now. You'll never see me alive again. Goodbye, Paul. Don't bother folding up the dresses, Marie. Just throw them in.
Mrs. Thornton, isn't this kind of sudden you're going away?
Don't ask questions, Marie. Hurry, here, help me close this suitcase. You finish packing the other suitcase. I'm going down to get the car out of the garage.
Good morning, Helen.
Jack!
You look surprised to see me.
Marie said you had gone. I didn't expect you to be here still. I thought...
I decided to come back. I see I caught you in time.
I was just going over to Mildred's.
So early in the morning?
We have an appointment for golf.
Honey, in those clothes? Darling, it's all right. Helen, I'll tell you why I came back this morning. Frankly, I'm worried about you. Something's on your mind and I know it. Won't you tell me what it is?
I'm all right.
Okay, now listen to me. I had some very important business to settle with Paul this morning, but you come first.
You saw Paul this morning?
No, I changed my mind on the way down and came back. Helen, you need a rest. You and I are going away.
No, Jack.
Yes, there's no use arguing. I've already made reservations for this weekend.
Where are you taking me, Jack?
Remember that cabin we stayed at those 3 years ago?
Oh.
It will be wonderful. Just the two of us, all alone. We'll drive out there tomorrow. Now, there's no need to fuss either. Just a few old duds, my rifle.
Your rifle?
Yes, darling, my gun. The hunting season is on. The shooting at Lone Acres should be very good this year.
Well, now, Helen, what's this all about?
Paul, I had to see you.
What's gotten into you?
Jack's going to kill me.
Aw, don't be ridiculous. That's what you told me last night over the phone.
He's changed his plan.
Oh, I see. And why, yes, Mrs. Thornton, is your husband going to kill you?
Because he's jealous of you.
Jealous? Jack jealous of me?
He knows what we once meant to each other before I married him.
Why, of course he does. So what? Why, his winning you is a standard joke between him and me. Rivals in love, partners in business, and all that stuff. Come on, snap out of it. I think I'd better talk to Jack about you.
No, Paul, you mustn't. Promise me you won't.
Well, all right, Helen, if you say so.
Jack's taking me to Lone Acres tomorrow. For a rest, he says.
Uh-huh. Well, that's good. It's just what you need.
I'll never come back alive.
Now, Helen, get a hold of yourself. Everything will be all right. Your imagination's overworked, that's all. You should go to Lone Acres for a rest. It will do a world of good.
All right. I'll go, but I'm frightened. So frightened. We will be alone, and he has his gun.
You know, Helen, sometimes I think I love this gun more than I do you. There, it's okay now. Clean as a whistle and ready for the work at hand. Say, the fog's lifting. We can see clear across the valley. Now we'll get in some hunting today after all. Helen, what's the matter? You haven't said a word since breakfast.
I'm all right. I've been wanting to finish this story.
The Golden Goblet Murders. You know detective stories hand me a laugh. Now, if I was planning a murder, I'd use this gun, like this Springfield. Let's say, for instance, I wanted to kill,
Me?
All right, let's say I wanted to kill you. Now, let's see. We have to have a motive, don't we? I have it. Jealousy.
Jealousy?
Yes, I'm jealous of Paul Allen. That's it. I'm jealous of Paul.
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, come on, be a sport. Our murder plot is just beginning. It's just beginning to get interesting. Now, let's see. We need a locale. Lone Acres, right here. What a perfect setting for a perfect murder. Now, for the time.
Yes, Jack. When are you going to kill me?
Well, I shouldn't really tell you when I plan to kill you, but I'll give you a break this afternoon. How's that? We'll be out in the woods hunting. No one will be too near. No one will see what's happening. The hunting season, a gunshot, you're dead, a regrettable accident. There's our perfect murder. Helen, here, up this way. Follow this path around the bend here.
Jack, would you mind if I went back to the cabin?
Helen, I'm going to circle this hill. You wait right here for me.
Jack, please don't leave me here alone.
A regrettable accident, Mr. Thornton.
But, Doctor, I don't understand how it happened.
Now, Mr. Thornton, it's really nothing serious. It's just a shoulder flesh wound. Your wife will be perfectly all right.
When may I see her?
Why, you can go in right now if you wish.
Well, she's asleep.
Oh, go ahead. Wake her up. She'll feel better knowing that you're here.
Helen. Helen, darling. Helen.
Hmm?
It's me, darling Jack.
Mrs. Thornton, it's your husband.
Doctor, get him out of here. He's going to kill me. Please, doctor, you must save me.
Mr. Thornton, perhaps you'd better leave the room for a while.
All right, doctor. I'll wait outside.
Doctor, please don't let him in here again. You must believe me. He's planning to kill me.
Mrs. Thornton, what happened? It was an accident.
That's what he wants you to think. He planned it that way, but it wasn't an accident.
Now, Mrs. Thornton, it's natural in a case like this for you to imagine strange things.
Doctor, you think I'm crazy, don't you? But I'm not. I know what I'm saying. You yourself took the bullet out of my shoulder. Doesn't that prove he was trying to kill me?
On the contrary, Mrs. T. On the scene of the accident, they found your husband with a .32 caliber rifle in his hands. The bullet I removed from your shoulder was a .45 caliber pistol cartridge.
Marie?
Yes, Mrs. Thornton, I'll be right up. I was just cleaning up the scullery, ma'am. Oh, Mrs. Thornton, you have the sling off.
Yes, Marie. The doctor says the shoulder is okay now. Soon I'll be playing golf again.
Oh, that's fine, ma'am. I'm so glad.
Were there any calls for me while I was out?
Mr. Thornton called to tell you not to wait up for him. He'll be home very late. Oh, and Mr. Allen called too, Mrs. Thornton.
Did he say what he wanted?
No, ma'am. He said he'd try to get you later on. Oh, and Mrs. Thornton, I was thinking, do you suppose Mr. Thornton wants to keep this box of bullets downstairs on the open shelf? I was thinking it might be dangerous.
Bullets?
Yes, this box here.
Let me see that box, Marie. 45 caliber cartridges. 45 caliber cartridges? So, you see, Mr. Marlowe, when the doctor told me about the bullet he removed from my shoulder, I thought it was all a terrible mistake. I was even too ashamed to explain to Jack why I acted the way I did. Now, Mr. Marlowe, I'm sure what you told me over the phone that night is true. Someone is really planning to kill me, my husband.
Are you sure? Are you sure the doctor said it was a .45 caliber?
Yes, a 45 caliber cartridge, just like these Marie found in the basement.
Does your husband have a pistol?
I think so. He keeps his guns locked in the case. He was the only key. He has the only key. Mr. Marlowe, he tried once and he failed. He will try again. You must help me.
All right, Mrs. Thornton. I will do all I can. Where is your husband now?
He's out on business. He'll be home late.
Then we will have to work fast. I go on again at 9 o'clock. I want you to go home immediately and find some way to open the case where your husband keeps his guns. I will call you as soon as my act is over. Mrs. Thornton, if you can find a .45 caliber pistol in that case, I think we can put an end to this affair.
Hello?
This is Marlow.
I opened the case. There was no pistol.
Mrs. Thornton?
I've searched all through the house and I can't find it anywhere. He must have it with him.
Ah, Mrs. Thornton.
What can I do? I can't stay here tonight. He'll kill me.
Mrs. Thornton, listen to me. If you come down here immediately, a few minutes ago during my act, I received the murderous thought again. Mr. Thornton, well, he must be in the nightclub.
My husband's there now?
Yes. Meet me in the dressing room. Be sure to come in through this side entrance or the back entrance. Hurry, hurry.
All right, Mr. Marlowe.
Where am I supposed to be right now?
Jack? But he said you were standing there the whole time. You heard everything.
Enough.
It's not you. Then who is it at the 78 Club?
Me? 78 Club? Helen, are you going to tell me what this is all about?
It's not you. Oh, yes, darling, I'll tell you everything, everything. I should have told you before. I wanted to. Oh, Jack, I need you so much.
Now look here, Marlowe. I want to get to the bottom of this.
Yes, well, Mrs. Thornton and I have told you everything.
Yes, well, then explain to me why at the very moment I was standing in my own house listening to my wife talk to you on the phone, you were telling Mrs. Thornton I was at the club planning to kill her. Oh, don't you see, Helen, this man is a cheap trickster. He's never seen me before. Why didn't you come to me when this all started, darling?
I was afraid.
Because she thought you were the one, and so did I. That's why I assumed it was you sitting out there. Of course, I never saw you before. You entered my dressing room just a few minutes ago. You see, Mr. Thornton, I have a telepathic mind, not a magic eye. I know what your wife and I know what your wife and I have told you is hard to believe, but you must believe it.
I don't know what your game is, but I'm going to find out soon enough. Come on, Helen. We're going to the police headquarters.
Well, that won't be necessary, Mr. Thornton. The police already know all about this. I told them.
Huh?
The police are here now, in the nightclub. Mr. Thornton, whether you believe it or not, your wife's life is in jeopardy. Someone in this nightclub now is planning to kill her. Perhaps this will convince you. Your own .45 caliber pistol, the serial number is 75682.
Why, yes, that's right. That's the pistol I reported missing.
Yes, I know. The police told me tonight.
Jack, why didn't you tell me?
Well, darling, you've been so upset lately, I didn't want to cause you any more anxiety.
That pistol, in all likelihood, the pistol which was used up at Lone Acres in the attempt on your wife's life. Mr. Thornton, that pistol was brought to this club tonight by the person who is planning to kill your wife. The police found it concealed in a coat in the hat check room. Whoever claims that coat is Mrs. Thornton's intended murderer.
Why would anyone want to kill her?
We will soon find out, Mr. Thornton. Do you recall the night you were in the club? The first night I received the murderous thought.
Yes.
That night, did you see anyone here, or were you with anyone who knows you and Mrs. Thornton very well?
Well, let me see. Well, yeah. No. It couldn't be him.
Pardon me, please.
We got him, Mr. Marlowe. Here he is.
Mrs. Thornton, your intended murderer.
Paul?
That's right. He was here the night you received the murder thought.
It was
Yes.
Paul all the time.
Yeah, and it would have worked too. Almost.
And all the clues pointed to you, Mr. Thornton.
But why? We were so friendly, the three of us.
Friendly? More than that, Mrs. Thornton. Paul Allen was hopelessly in love with you.
All right, let's go, Mr. Allen. Let's go.
Now, ladies and gentlemen,
Oh, this
gentlemen
sounds
of the
so fun.
78 Club, we present the great Marlowe, the mental marvel. He will read your mind and tell every thought. But let me warn you, if you have a secret you don't want him to know, just don't think about it.
From shadows and stillness, mystery weaves a spell of strangest fascination. Changing the mind with doubts and fears, the mystery is a strange companion, a living memory. In the haunting hour.